Tuesday morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libator. The snow is here, and Mother Nature is not done dishing it out just yet. Meteorologist Hannah Evans is back. She joins us now from the Storm Tracker 2 Weather Center with the latest on when the snow machine may finally let up. Good morning.
Good morning, Gary. So, of course, I come back when it's snowing. So.
Hey, you made it up the hill all right?
Yes, I made it up the hill. The hill was plowed, which is good. But, yeah, we'll continue to see heavier snow this morning. It starts to taper off this afternoon and evening, but it's enough to cause tricky travel, and it's very windy outside,
Yeah, it's
too.
not. I mean, it's the last day of February, so let's enjoy it while we have it, right?
Yes, let's enjoy the snow. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. As we can see, still seeing widespread snow. It is moderate to heavy at this time, but it's very windy as well. This is causing low visibility issues when commuting, and we still have a winter storm warning in effect for most of us. We have it in effect for Oneida, Southern Herkimer, Madison, Chenango, and Otsego counties until 7 p.m. this evening due to this tricky travel and snow accumulation with blowing snow. So here's a look at our wind speed right now. 18 miles per hour wind speeds at the Grivis Park Airport in Rome. We are seeing gusts also up to 30 miles per hour. This is blowing around the snow. This is also creating very low visibility when driving, so just be careful of that. So tricky travel this morning with the snow and then low visibility because of the wind. It does start to taper off this afternoon and evening, and then we will be drying out tonight. So for the rest of today, expect the snow to continue. It turns lighter throughout the day and then tapers off this evening and tonight. It will remain pretty windy, and I will talk a little bit more about expected snowfall accumulation for the rest of today coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. An update now on that breaking news at 10 and 11.
The Oneonta Cam is brought to you by Mountain Ice Paint Gel.
Welcome back. When stepping out the door this morning, be careful. Maybe give yourself a little extra time and be ready to kind of get the car ready and to get going on the roads. Definitely need to brush off the car, maybe the ice scraper as well. And then you probably do need to warm up the car, grab the hat and gloves, all the snow gear with the snow boots and everything like that, because we did see the heaviest of snow last night and overnight. So from now until the rest of the day when the snow tapers off, it looks like we will be receiving another 2 to 4 inches generally widespread for most of us, and altogether including last night and this morning and then the rest of the day, it's looking like some of the Mohawk Valley and into the eastern part of our viewing area receiving the most, 8 to 12 inches possible, 6 to 8 inches right around that, and then 3 to 6 inches if you head out towards the Syracuse area in the western portion of our viewing area. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. We now know who will
Good morning, everybody. We are tracking snow showers continuing for this morning. It's also very windy outside, so this could cause low visibility when commuting. Let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. As we can see here, pretty windy and the roads are a little bit iffy. I would just be very careful when driving this morning. Most of the roads are plowed, but it still is going to be pretty tricky because we did see heavy snow overnight, and we are still seeing widespread heavier snow at this moment on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. As you can see, our whole area is covered with blue, and this does look to continue for the rest of the morning, and it does look to start to taper off this afternoon. So just be careful for this morning and the early afternoon. I would say the lunchtime commute, because it may still be a little bit tricky, and it is going to be very windy today. This is all due to this low pressure system from our west. It will continue to move out, and then we will dry out tonight. But once again, low visibility could be an issue along with blowing snow. We are measuring wind gusts up to 32 miles per hour now at the Grivis Park Airport in Rome. Very, very windy. It's making it feel a lot cooler than the actual temperature, and it is really blowing around that snow. So when traveling this morning it's going to be the trickiest because we are still seeing moderate to heavy snow and very windy conditions. In the afternoon, we are still going to be seeing some light snow showers, but it does still start to taper off. And then tonight we will really dry out for a mostly dry day for tomorrow. So far at this hour from our sky watchers, we do have some snowfall totals. It looks like the most did fall south of the Mohawk Valley. We have 5 inches in Morris, 3 inches in Evanston, 2 in Westdale, 1.6 inches in Whitesboro, and just an inch in Old Forge. But we will continue to see snow for the rest of today. So from now through when it ends this evening, we're looking at an extra 2 to 4 inches generally of snowfall for the rest of today, which all comes together at around 6 to 8 inches for most of us, and a little bit more is definitely possible in our eastern portion of our viewing area. 8 to 12 is possible in southern Herkimer County and northern Otsego County, just from the way that low pressure system is moving. So on our skycast, still seeing heavier snow at this hour, temperatures in the 20s. It is very windy as well, with wind speeds up to 20 miles per hour. The snow looks to start to taper off and lighten up around noon, and then afternoon, I would say 4 or 5 p.m., it does look to start to dry out. We will be dry tonight with cloudy skies and overnight lows only falling into the 20s, so not getting too chilly overnight. But then tomorrow, we will be mostly dry throughout the day with a passing shower possible in the afternoon and evening with very little to no accumulation. So for the rest of today, expect the snow to continue. It just lightens up throughout the day. It will remain pretty windy with temperatures reaching the mid-30s, and then we will dry out tonight with the low only falling into the 20s. So we have our alert day continuing due to tricky travel issues this morning, along with blowing snow causing reduced visibility. A passing shower is possible tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then we dry out Thursday, Gary.
And everyone out there wondering how things went with your parents' visit.
Oh, it was fun. Yes, we went skiing up at Gore Mountain yesterday,
Wow.
so or Sunday, so that's why I took yesterday
And it was
off.
cold out.
Yes, it was cold at the top of the mountain and very windy too, so I was freezing.
Yeah, good to have them visit for sure.
Yes, it was.
Hannah, thanks. The time now is 5:21. Everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Libitor. The snow machine is on full blast, and it's not slowing down just yet. Let's check in with meteorologist Hannah Evans over in the Weather Center. And Hannah, how much more snow are we talking?
So it's looking like from this morning for the rest of the day, it will be generally 2 to 4 more inches because we did see the heaviest snow last night.
Yeah, there's a considerable amount out there.
Yes, and it is very windy, so it's blowing it around and it's causing for tricky travel.
And frigid.
Yes, very cold as well. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. As we can see here, still seeing widespread moderate to heavy snow at this point. So we still have our winter storm warning in effect for most of us. Oneida, southern Herkimer, Madison, Shenango, Otsego County. This was issued by the National Weather Service until this evening due to snow accumulation causing tricky travel, as well as blowing snow causing reduced visibility. So here's a look at the wind speed right now, 17 miles per hour at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. So not only is it feeling way cooler than the actual temperature, it is blowing around that snow, causing for snow drifts and reduced visibility. So tricky travel this morning. Make sure you give yourself a little bit extra time to head out the door, clean off the car, and drive carefully. The snow does look to start to lighten up and taper off this afternoon, and we will dry out tonight. So for the rest of today, the heaviest of snow will be this morning. It will turn light throughout the day and then end this evening. It's going to be pretty windy for the rest of the day, and I will talk a little bit more about additional snowfall totals and snowfall totals thus far coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Members of the
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. If you are heading out the door this morning and you're going to be heading out on the sidewalks or in parking lot or your driveway, just be careful. It's going to be snowy today, a little bit slippery, and it is going to be pretty windy. But by tonight, we will start to dry out with dry conditions for most of the day tomorrow. Once again, very windy today. We're looking at wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. So it's going to make it feel a lot cooler than the actual temperature. This morning, we will feel up to 15 degrees cooler, and then for the rest of today, up to 10 degrees cooler cooler, but although it's going to feel cooler, this is really going to be blowing around the snow. It could create snow drifts and it could cause reduced visibility when driving. So right now, the traffic camera that we do have here in our weather center, it's looking okay, not as bad as it was last night. A couple accidents out near Albany, but everything looks fine. Most of it looks green, except for if you are heading towards Albany on 90, a little bit slow there, and then heading south, like there's areas that are slow, but really no any accidents in our area. Just a few accidents out in Albany. Gary.
Traffic reporter Hannah Evans right there.
Trying.
Thank you for that.
I'm trying.
A follow-up now. The Chinese government.
Good morning, everybody. We are still seeing snow at this hour, so the commute may be tricky, and it is very windy outside, which could cause reduced visibility. Let's take a look now at the Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. Roads are mostly plowed, still have snow on them though, so make sure you do take it snow and be careful when driving because the snow is blowing around a lot because it is very windy. So here is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, still tracking widespread snow on the area. At this point looks to be moderately falling and it will continue to move through for this morning, and this is because of this low pressure system is still moving through. It will start to taper off and lighten up this afternoon, and then we will dry out for this evening. So far, we are very, very windy, measuring wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour at the Governor's Park Airport in Rome. So heading outside, the snow is going to be blowing. Snow drifts are possible, and it could cause reduced visibility. So just be careful of that this morning. This morning, it's going to be the trickiest for travel. Afternoon should get a little bit better, and then we are going to be drying out tonight with a mostly dry day in store for tomorrow. So far, it looks like the heaviest snow did fall south of the Mohawk Valley. We're looking at 5 inches in Morris, 3 in Evanston, 2 inches in Westdale, 1.6 inches in Whitesboro, and 1 inch in Old Forge so far. That's from last night through this morning, and these are all from our sky watchers. So from now for the rest of the day, we're looking at an extra 2 to 4 inches of accumulation possible for most of us, and this is for this morning through this evening, for in total 6 to 8 inches for most of us, and a little bit more possible in northern Oneida, southern Herkimer, and northern Otsego counties. So for the rest of today, expect the snow to continue. It's going to be heaviest this morning. It will start to lighten up around noon, and it will continue to lighten up and then completely dry out around 4 or 5 p.m. this evening, but it's going to continue to be very windy for the rest of the day. So tonight we will be dry, seeing cloudy skies with the low falling into the 20s. And tomorrow we are going to be dry throughout the morning and afternoon. So we will reach the mid to upper 30s tomorrow by noon. We will still be dry with a passing shower, probably a mixed shower in the afternoon and evening with very little to no accumulation. So for the rest of today, expect the snow to continue, but it does get lighter this afternoon and evening before it tapers off. It will remain windy with highs in the mid 30s. And as for tonight, we will drop into the 20s, seeing dry conditions overnight with cloudy skies. So we still have our alert day continuing for this morning due to snow causing reduced visibility when driving because it also is very windy. We dry out for tonight, and for tomorrow morning, a passing mixed shower is possible tomorrow afternoon, and then we will be dry on Thursday, Gary.
Those shovels out this morning.
Yes, so it is snowing right now still.
I think one just fell.
Yeah, something just fell on the roof.
Let's hope it was a shovel.
Yeah.
The time now is 5:51. Still ahead. Thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libitor. The snow is here, and Mother Nature is not done just yet. Meteorologist Hannah Evans is back. She's joining us now from the Storm Tracker 2 Weather Center with the latest on when this snow machine may finally let up. Good morning.
Good morning, Gary. So yes, we're seeing snow this morning, very windy as well. It looks to continue for the day, but it will turn lighter, and then we will dry out this evening.
Yeah, that wind out there is brutal here on the hill.
Yes, it's very windy, and it's blowing around the snow. I was getting hit in the face coming in here this morning.
We all were, yeah.
So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, we are seeing moderate snow showers, and this is widespread for all of us. And it also is very windy, so we do still have a winter storm warning issued by the National Weather Service for most of us. This is for Oneida, southern Herkimer, Madison, Shenango, and Otsego counties until 7 p.m. this evening due to tricky travel caused by the snow from last night. And then windy conditions with blowing snow this morning. So our wind speed right now being measured at the Groovers Park Airport in Rome, 20 miles per hour, and wind gusts are up to 35 miles per hour. This could cause snow drifts and blowing snow, reduce visibility outside, so just be careful of that and make sure you give yourself a little bit extra time this morning to head out the door. It does start to taper off and lighten up this afternoon, and then we will dry out tonight. So for the rest of today, expect the snow to continue, but it will turn lighter. It is still going to remain pretty windy with highs in the mid-30s, and I will talk a little bit more about snowfall accumulation expected today coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. An update now on that breaking news. We first told you
The Oneonta Cam is brought to you by Mountain Ice Paint Gel.
Welcome back. Make sure you give yourself a little bit extra time this morning to get out the door, and probably need to brush off the car, maybe need the ice scraper as well, and then get all the snow gear ready. So the hat and gloves, snow boots, definitely warm up the car because it is pretty chilly and it is very windy. So from now until the end of the day, we're expecting another general 2 to 4 inches of snowfall widespread because the snow is not over this morning. It will continue for the day and it will turn a little bit lighter for this afternoon and evening. So this does make for a total for most of us seeing 6 to 8 inches. A little bit more can be expected in the eastern portion of our viewing area along with northern Oneida County. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. We now know who will succeed outgoing Utica.
Welcome back. We're still tracking snow this morning, and it is very windy outside, so just be careful for the commute because the blowing snow could reduce visibility. Let's take a look now at our Mountain Ice Tower camera overlooking Oneonta. We can see snow-covered roads, so just be very careful when driving. It's going to be especially tricky for this morning's commute. The snow will continue for the rest of the day, but it will turn lighter. So here is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and right now we are still seeing widespread snow. Heavier bands are moving through the Rome and Utica area at this point, along with down towards Hamilton, and we will continue to see the snow be moderate to heavy this morning, and then it starts to turn lighter for the afternoon, tapering off this evening. Once again, this is due to this low pressure system from the west. This is also fueling very windy conditions, so the snow blowing around, reducing visibility and causing snow drifts. Our wind gusts being measured right now at the Groovers Park Airport in Rome, 31 miles per hour. So once again, and not only is it feeling 15 degrees cooler than the actual temperature, it is blowing around that snow and causing reduced visibility when driving. So just be careful for the morning commute. The afternoon commute should start to get a little bit better, still seeing light snow showers, and then we will be drying out tonight for a dry day tomorrow. Snowfall totals thus far, looks like the heaviest of snow is falling south of the Mohawk Valley. 5 inches in Morris, 4.5 inches in Clinton, 4 inches in Cooperstown, 3 inches in Westdale, and 2 inches in New Hartford. So we will continue to see the snowfall throughout the day. We are expecting another general 2 to 4 inches widespread of snowfall from now through this evening because it is going to continue to snow for the whole day. And altogether, this should bring us 6 to 8 inches for most of us on our snowfall map, including last night, and for all of today. A little bit more is possible in northern Oneida County, in southern Herkimer County, and in northern Otsego County. So for the rest of this morning, it will continue to be moderate to heavy. Then it will start to lighten up around noon, and it will taper off by around 4 or 5 p.m. It is still going to be very windy throughout the day, though, so just keep that in mind. Tonight, we will remain cloudy and dry with overnight lows falling into the 20s, and we will be mostly dry for the morning and afternoon tomorrow. Highs reaching right near 40, and then tomorrow afternoon, a passing mixed shower is possible with no accumulation. So for the rest of today, expect the snow to continue. It will lighten up, though. It just will remain pretty windy. We will dry out tonight with the low falling into the 20s with cloudy skies. So we still have our alert day continuing due to tricky travel and windy conditions this morning. We dry out tonight with a passing mixed shower possible tomorrow afternoon and dry conditions Thursday, Gary.
I feel like I'm enjoying this since spring's right around the corner.
Yeah, spring's right around the corner, so hopefully maybe this is the last one. I don't know.
I don't think so, but we'll definitely.
We're getting it back because in all February was warm.
Yeah. We had it easy.
Yeah.
Hannah, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore. That snow machine is on full blast and it's not done churning that snow out just yet. Let's check in with meteorologist Hannah Evans over in the Weather Center. And Hannah, maybe the bigger story right now is that wind. I know we can actually see that snow flying from left to right here earlier.
Yes, so it is very windy. So if you're heading outside and it's snowing, it's causing snow drifts and it's causing reduced visibility. So that could be really tricky when driving.
Yeah. Hit you right in the face, as you said.
Yes, so I didn't do my hair or makeup before I came in because I knew I would have to walk and it would get messed up with the wind.
Smart.
Yes, smart of me to do that.
Always thinking ahead.
Yes. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, we are seeing a heavier band moving through the Rome, Utica area and moving towards Cooperstown at this point. So we are going to continue to see moderate to heavy snow this morning, and then it does turn lighter this afternoon and evening before it dries out. We have that winter storm warning issued by the National Weather Service still in effect for most of us. Oneida, Southern Herkimer, Madison, Shenango, and Otsego counties until 7 p.m. this evening due to tricky travel from snow accumulation and windy conditions causing blowing snow. So look at that wind speed, 24 miles per hour wind speeds at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. Wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. So that is really causing some problems with the blowing snow and the reduced visibility. So just be careful and make sure you give yourself extra time to head out the door this morning. The snow tapers off this afternoon, but still going to be windy, and we fully dry out tonight. So for the rest of today, expect the snow to continue. It just lightens up. It will remain windy as highs reach the mid-30s, and I will talk a little bit more about snow accumulation expected today coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. Members of the Utica
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. Be careful when heading out the door this morning on sidewalks and parking lots and anything like that, because it is going to be snowy and a little bit slippery with blowing snow as well. We will dry out this evening and we will be dry for tomorrow, but temperatures today are going to reach the mid-30s. It's going to feel really cold though. So this morning it is feeling about 15 degrees cooler than the actual temperature. It will feel up to 10 degrees cooler than the actual temperature this afternoon as we reach the mid-30s, because it is very windy. And on top of it feeling cooler, it's going to be blowing around the snow, causing snow drifts and reduced visibility if you are driving. So here's a look at our traffic tracker this morning. It's much better than it was last night. A couple of accidents happened in Albany too here this morning, and we are just seeing some areas of slow traffic, so make sure you give yourself extra time when heading out the door. Gary.
Anna, thank you. A follow-up now. The Chinese government.
Good morning, everybody. We are still tracking snow showers this morning. Very windy as well, so this is blowing around the snow and causing reduced visibility. Let's take a look at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. As we can see, snow still falling. Roads are a little bit slippery this morning, so just make sure you give yourself a little extra time when driving. We could also be seeing reduced visibility because of the wind speeds. So right now on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are seeing widespread moderate snow continuing. There is going to be a heavy band moving through here within the next hour or two. We are going to continue to see heavier snow for the morning, and then it does start to lighten off into this afternoon. And this is all due to this low pressure system still moving in from the west. Once that moves through, it will dry out, which looks to be tonight. And that low pressure system is also fueling higher wind speeds. So looking at our wind gusts right now, 31 miles per hour wind gusts at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. Definitely causing reduced visibility on the roadways, and it is causing snow drifts as well. So Nala and her neighbor this morning are really not happy about that. They can't see each other because the snow is blowing. Today she is saying hi to Sasha, who lives at the Superheroes Humane Society in Oneonta. And Nala also hears that she's a very sweet girl, still looking for her forever home. So today Nala is saying hi to Sasha, and she hopes she finds that. For the evening, this will continue as light snow, and then we will start to dry out, so we should be dry by tonight. But snowfall totals thus far, it looks like the most amount of snow did fall south of the Mohawk Valley overnight. We have 5 inches in Morris, 4.5 inches in Clinton and Westdale, 4 inches in Cooperstown, 3 inches in Evanston and in Sequoia, and 2 inches in New Hartford. But we are going to continue to see snow for most of today, so an additional 2 to 4 inches of snow is expected throughout the day from now until it ends this evening. So this gives us a total total of 6 to 8 inches for most of us, and a little bit more can be expected in northern Oneida, southern Lewis County, southern Herkimer, and in northern Otsego County, just from the way that low pressure system is pushing the snow. So for this morning, still have moderate to heavy snow. We start to see it lighten up around noon, and then it tapers off around 4 or 5 p.m. this evening to dry conditions, but still going to be very windy throughout the day, causing reduced visibility when driving. We remain dry tonight, seeing cloudy skies with overnight lows falling into the 20s. And as for tomorrow, we will be dry for the morning and afternoon. Highs will be right near 40 in the afternoon, and then we see a passing mixed precipitation shower possible tomorrow afternoon. So for the rest of today, expect the heavier snow still this morning. It then lightens up this afternoon and tapers off this evening. Still very windy with highs reaching the mid-30s, and we will be dry tonight with the low in the 20s. So we do have our alert day continuing due to tricky travel for the morning commute, along with very windy conditions causing blowing snow and reduced visibility. We dry out for tomorrow morning and mostly for the afternoon, but then a passing mixed shower is possible. We remain dry for Thursday. Gary.
It's going to be a little tricky travel this morning.
Yes, especially this morning because that's when the heaviest snow will be, and it's very windy as well.
Yeah, very windy. Hannah, thank you. First-time Boilermaker runners can now sign.
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 7 on CW11.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11 on this Tuesday morning. I'm Gary Liberatore. The snow is here, and nature is not done. Meteorologist Hannah Evans is back. She's joining us now from the Storm Tracker 2 Weather Center with the latest on when the snow machine may finally let up. Good morning.
Good morning. So we did see heavier snow overnight and early this morning. We're still going to be seeing moderate to heavy snow this morning, and then it will start to lighten up afternoon and then dry out for the evening.
And those winds are brutal.
Yes, very windy as well. That's causing reduced visibility and snow drift, so you have to be careful of that.
Yeah, comes right at you.
Yes. Take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Moderate to heavy showers still continuing for most of us this morning. So we still have that winter storm warning in effect issued by the National Weather Service. That's the areas in pink, and that will be until 7 p.m. this evening due to tricky travel from the snow and windy conditions with that blowing snow. So right now, wind speeds up to 18 miles per hour at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome, and wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. So it is blowing around, causing snow drifts, and it is causing for tricky travel this morning. So I would definitely take it slow, maybe give yourself a little bit extra time to get out the door. The snow starts to lighten up this afternoon here, and then we will fully dry out tonight. So for the rest of today, expect snow to continue, but it will lighten up. It will remain very windy with highs in the mid-30s, and I will talk a little bit more about additional snowfall accumulation today coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. An update now on that breaking news.
Good morning, everybody. We are tracking snow showers still continuing this morning, and it is very windy outside, which could cause reduced visibility. Let's take a look at our mountain ice tower camera overlooking Oneonta. We see snow-covered roads as well. Most of the roads are plowed, but still a little bit slippery, so just be very careful when driving this morning. And we are seeing reduced visibility now because it is very windy. Here is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Moderate to heavy snow showers still widespread at this time, and the snow does look to taper off this afternoon as this low pressure system moves through, and it fully comes to an end tonight. But the big story for today is that it's going to be very windy. So not only is it going to feel 15 degrees cooler than the actual temperature, it's going to be blowing around that snow, creating snow drifts and reduced visibility when driving. We have 32 miles per hour wind gusts at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome being measured right now. So very, very windy outside, and that could cause for really tricky travel this morning. So just be careful this morning. We are going to be seeing improving conditions throughout the day with light snow showers this afternoon, and we will be drying out for tonight, and we will be dry for tomorrow. So far from our sky watchers, it looks like most of the snow did fall south of the Mohawk Valley overnight. We have 5 inches in Morris, 4.5 inches in Clinton and Westdale, 4 inches in Cooperstown, 3 inches in Evanston and Sequoit, and 2 inches of snow in New Hartford. So from now through when the snow ends, it looks like we could be seeing an additional 2 to 4 inches of snowfall for the rest of the day, and that totals us out for around 6 to 8 inches for most of us of snow from last night through all of today, and a little bit more is definitely possible in northern Oneida and southern Lewis counties, southern Herkimer County, and in northern Otsego counties. So it's still going to be a little bit heavier here this morning, but it does start to turn into light snow showers this afternoon, and then we will be drying out around 4 or 5 p.m. this evening, but it's still going to be very windy today, feeling around 15 degrees cooler than the actual temperature. Tonight we drop into the 20s with cloudy skies as we dry out, and we will be dry for tomorrow morning, but then tomorrow afternoon it is possible to see a passing mixed precipitation shower throughout the afternoon tomorrow, but it's going to be very quick with little to no accumulation. So for today, expect heavier snow still this morning, then it lightens up for the afternoon and we dry out this evening. It's going to remain windy throughout the entire day, and we will be dry tonight with cloudy skies and a low falling into the 20s. So we did continue our alert day through this morning due to tricky travel for the morning commute. It's also windy that could cause snow drifts and reduce visibility when driving. We dry out tonight and we'll be dry for tomorrow morning with a passing mixed precipitation shower tomorrow afternoon. And we dry out once again on Thursday. So our next chance of seeing this heavy snow like this looks to be Friday night into Saturday.
Quite a morning commute for all of us here in the Mohawk Valley this morning. This is video from up in Barneveld and Steuben. Now, some of us here in the Mohawk Valley saw several inches of snow, and it's still not over. Meteorologist Hannah Evans is in the Weather Center tracking what's left of this storm. Hannah, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Gary. At this point, we are still seeing snow showers, but they are turning later, and we will fully dry out tonight. So on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, as you can see, lighter showers at this point in the Mohawk Valley and up north. If we do look to the south, we're still seeing heavier snow showers down there, especially in Shenango County and Otsego counties, but then we will all dry out this evening. It's still pretty windy outside, though, so that snow is really blowing around, measuring 10 miles per hour wind speeds at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. So not only is it feeling a lot cooler than the actual temperature, it is blowing around that snow, causing snow drifts and reduced visibility. So it does start to taper off, but still be careful, especially on back roads and where areas where it is pretty windy. It is going to remain windy for the rest of the day, and we will dry out tonight. So for the rest of today, that snow will start to taper off. We will dry out this evening. It's still going to remain windy, and I will talk a little bit more about our snowfall accumulations coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. The snow that we have seen and continue to see today is part of that massive winter storm system that has already impacted more than 24 states. It took aim on the entire Northeast overnight. NBC's Kristen Dahlgren has more this noon from Connecticut.
Hey there, well, we are just north of Hartford, Connecticut, where the snow has been coming down pretty consistently since last night. Take a look here and you can see probably about 4 inches, 5 inches of snow on the ground here. Some slippery roads. Connecticut State Police say they've gotten called out on more than 40 car accidents, luckily all minor, but a lot of the Northeast getting some of the first significant snowfall of the season. New York had only a ½ inch to date, now has 1 or 2 inches on the ground in places, and so it really has been a strange winter. That as another storm is moving into the West Coast, bringing some snow there in places that don't normally see it, as well as some rain into Los Angeles. Some 53 million people have been under weather alerts. Kristen Dahlgren, NBC News, Windsor, Connecticut.
Kristen, thanks. And remember, the latest local weather always available on our app and on our website, WKTV.com. After being shut down for more than 9 hours, a section of Route 8 in the town of Paris reopened this morning to traffic. This photo is from the New York State DOT. Crews had to clear out what was left of that tractor trailer that rolled over last night around 9 o'clock and brought down some power lines. The roadway finally reopened around 6:30 this morning. Witnesses at the scene tell us the driver was trapped inside the cab of his truck for a short time, but the good news, that driver was not injured. The cause is still under investigation. Now to the latest developments on that foot chase in North.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are still tracking snow showers at this point. We are going to continue to see snow for the rest of the day, but it is going to start to lighten up. Let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. As we can see, cloudy skies. It is still snowing pretty heavily down south of the Mohawk Valley, and it is still pretty windy, so just watch out for windy conditions causing reduced visibility and blowing snow. Here's our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, we are starting to see breaks in the snow, and it is starting to lighten up, especially in the Mohawk Valley and north of the Mohawk Valley. We are still seeing some stronger bands of snow south of the Mohawk Valley, but once again, we all look to lighten up this afternoon, and then we will dry out this evening as that low pressure system moves out. But still very, very windy. We are not really measuring anything at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome, but these colors indicate that it could be up to 40 miles per hour wind gusts at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome, which is going to cause a lot of drifting snow, reduced visibility when driving, and it's going to feel about 15 degrees cooler than the actual temperature outside. So Nala is really upset this afternoon because she still can't see her neighbors. She's still seeing snow, blowing snow, and it is just cold. Although they do like to look at the snow. Today she is saying hi to Sasha, who lives at the Superheroes Humane Society in Oneonta. So she's still looking for a forever home. Nala really does hope she finds that. We will continue to see snow for the rest of the day and windy conditions. We will dry out this evening, but roads, especially back roads, are going to be especially slippery for the rest of the day until the snow stops. So at this point, snowfall totals are ranging. We have 6 inches in Mohawk, 4.5 inches in Cassville and Otsego, exactly 4.2 inches in Utica, 4 inches in Oneonta, 3.5 inches in Chadwicks, and 2 inches in Old Forge. But we are going to continue to see snow today. Looks like trace to 2 inches from now until it stops this evening can be expected in terms of snowfall. So for the rest of today, the snow will start to lighten up. Then it dries out around 4 or 5 p.m. But we are going to still see windy conditions and a chilly night ahead with the low falling into the 20s. So tomorrow will be mostly dry in the morning with cloudy skies. Highs will reach right near 40 degrees tomorrow, and that allows for a passing mixed precipitation shower tomorrow afternoon and evening, but then we will dry out pretty quickly after that. So for today, expect snow showers to continue. They start to lighten up, but still pretty windy, and we do dry out tonight, still a little bit breezy overnight and chilly with the low in the 20s. So we still had our alert day for this morning due to the commute, but everything should be getting a little bit better now.
Let's look at the weather in this half hour. Once again, here is meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We are tracking the snow showers lightening up at this point, and it will fully come to an end this evening. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, as we can see, lighter snow showers as of now, and we are seeing some breaks in the snow as well, but still very, very windy. 11 miles per hour wind speeds being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. So be very careful on back roads and in areas that are windy, causing reduced visibility and blowing snow along with snow drifts. But this snow is going to start to taper off. It will remain windy for the rest of the day, and then we will dry out by tonight. So expect the snow to really start to lighten up now, and then we will be dry with cloudy skies and windy conditions for the rest of the evening. I will talk a little bit more about snowfall totals coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. A follow-up now. The Chinese government is strong.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are still tracking cloudy skies and a few light snow showers, but it is starting to clear out. Let's take a look now at our mountain ice tower camera overlooking Oneonta. We still see a few light snow flurries still outside. Back roads are still pretty messy at this hour, and we are still seeing very windy conditions. Here is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, and as you can see here, breaks in the snow are occurring, and it is really lightening up. That is because the low pressure system is on its way out, and we will completely dry out this evening. But still very windy at this hour. At this point, it looks like wind gusts at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome are around 35 to 40 miles per hour. So that, on top of making it feel about 15 degrees cooler than the actual temperature, is causing a lot of snow drifts and blowing snow when driving with reduced visibility. So far, our snowfall totals are ranging 6 inches in Mohawk, 4.5 inches in Cassville and Otsego, 4.2 inches in Utica, 4 inches in Oneonta, 3.5 inches in Chadwicks, and 2 inches in Old Forge. So we are still seeing some snow at this hour, so it's not total for the whole event yet. So from now, for the rest of the day until we completely clear out, looks like we could be seeing a little bit more, around a trace to 2 inches generally of some more snow for the rest of the day. So for the rest of the day, it's starting to lighten up now. It looks to clear out around 4 before 5 p.m. to cloudy skies, and it still is going to be pretty windy this evening and tonight. So we do get pretty chilly overnight, cloudy skies with the low in the 20s. And then tomorrow we will be dry for the morning hours. It will be cloudy and dry, a little bit chilly. We warm up to highs in the mid to upper 30s tomorrow afternoon, and that brings in the possibility of a passing mixed precipitation shower tomorrow afternoon, but then we do clear out pretty quickly. So for the rest of today, that snow will really start to lighten up. It will remain pretty windy, causing blowing snow when driving, and it's going to feel very, very frigid outside. As for tonight, we drop down to the 20s, and we will be dry with cloudy skies. So everything should be getting better now on the roads with improving conditions. Just be careful on back roads, and it is still pretty windy and causing reduced visibility and blowing snow along with snow drifts. We dry out tonight and remain dry for tomorrow morning. A passing mixed shower is possible tomorrow afternoon and evening, and then we dry out again for Thursday. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Stay with us. More news is up next right after this break, including a local couple who...
I'm Kristen Copeland.
I'm Jason Paulus. Some closings and a lot of delays as we deal with the most recent blast of winter weather.
A range of accumulation depending on where you live, but most everyone had snow-covered, slushy, greasy roads on the morning commute. The plows were out all night keeping up with the snowfall, and of course, you had some cleanup work to take care of too. We had said this was going to be a long-duration event, so we didn't get everything last night. It's still coming, but it is light. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis is tracking from the Weather Center.
Yeah, this is mainly over. The fact that we're above freezing really helps. So even though it's been snowing, it really hasn't had a chance to stick on roadways here this evening. So your evening drive is going to be a lot better than your morning drive. Here's a look at some of the snowfall totals. 9 inches in Stratford, 9 inches in Hawkinsville. Rome picking up 6 inches, Deerfield 6 inches, Waterville 5 inches, Utica picking up 4.2 inches. So a lot of us getting the low end of the forecast here, but still many of us dealing with slippery roads here late last night as well as early this morning. Live look at the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A few lingering flurries and drizzle out there, but again, most of this will be heading to the east as we head into this evening and tonight. Our current temperature is 34 degrees. So again, being above freezing is big. That's going to keep the roadways wet, and it's going to keep the snow from really sticking around. We'll dry out tonight. We get a break in the weather tomorrow. Temperatures once again climb above freezing. We're dry Thursday, but then we're watching Friday. And this is getting a lot of hype, but we're going to break down some of the early thoughts with this because I don't think this is going to be an entirely snow event. Snow, again, lingering around this evening, coming to an end tonight. Temperatures above freezing. Again, tracking some milder weather here for the middle of the week. A look at the forecasts coming up. Back over to you.
New information on a tractor-trailer crash that closed Route 8 in the town of Paris for more than 9 hours. It happened at 9 p.m. The United County Sheriff's Office says the driver of the truck, VJ, was ticketed for speeding. Slippery roads when this happened. The tractor-trailer hit a tree, a stop sign, and a utility pole. The driver was not hurt.
Cazenovia College is one location being...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Snow coming to an end this evening. The evening drive should be a lot easier if you're heading out. The roads are generally wet. Still some slushy spots, especially side roads and hilltop locations. Let's take a live look outside. This is our Mountain Ice Oneonta camera. And it's a lovely scene. Many of us picking up a few inches of snow today and also last night, just enough to make things slippery, especially earlier this morning. Live look at the Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This system is now moving east, and again, just a few lingering flurries and sprinkles across the area. We will get a chance to dry out heading into tonight. Our chance for snow is going to be pretty low tonight, but we will see the chance for snow showers, even some rain showers tomorrow during the late afternoon to early evening. So it's not completely dry tomorrow. This will linger into Thursday morning as part of a weak cold front that will be moving through. Temperatures this evening are generally above freezing. The Whitesboro 33, Westmoreland 34, Deansboro 32, Dolgeville 31, Little Falls 32 degrees, across Southern Valley, Sherburne 34, Cooperstown 35, and Skanevis checking in with 31. You're taking the dog out for a walk this evening. Temperatures will be right around freezing, so we're looking at wet roads and also some snow-covered sidewalks. Tonight's featured dog is Roxy from Mohawk, and if you want to be part of this, head to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. Radar and satellite image showing last night's storm heading to the east, and we'll get a break in the weather, at least for tonight as well as early tomorrow. And then this quick-moving weather system will be arriving here for later in the day. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight, cloudy skies, overnight lows drop down into the low 20s. We'll start out Wednesday with mostly cloudy skies. Could see a few breaks of sunshine during the late morning to early afternoon. Then we're looking at a quick round of some rain and snow showers. Little accumulation is expected with this. More rain showers here heading into tomorrow night. A few lingering snow showers here on Thursday. Temperatures climb into the mid-30s. Getting a lot of buzz, a lot of chatter about a possible storm on Friday. And I just want to point out that there are a lot of different scenarios still on the table here. This looks to be a wintry mix. And you know, a lot of this is getting a lot of hype. But again, at this point, a lot of different things can happen here. I'm kind of leaning towards the wintry mix. I think this starts out as snow and then turns over to ice, maybe even some rain as we head into Friday night. We'll continue to keep you posted with the newest developments. Drying out tonight down to 21. Tomorrow, looking at some showers later in the day, high of 38. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Thursday, showers early in the day, high of 40. On Friday, again, that wintry mix. Early in the day is fine if you're driving, running errands. Morning, early afternoon should be okay, but then this arrives in the evening, and it's more of a Friday night system, bringing us some late snow showers here on Saturday and flurries on Sunday. Temperatures next week climb into the mid-30s with some sunshine on Monday and Tuesday. And coming up in the next half hour, we're talking about why we wouldn't be able to do a snowfall forecast for Friday right now.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, I like that.
Because it's not that far away.
Professor.
Yeah.
Well, I hope.
All right, thanks, Bill. Severe weather is causing serious problems for millions right now from the west right on through the east coast.
Jay Gray has a closer look at the extreme conditions.
More than 60 million Americans facing winter weather advisories and warnings across the country, from blizzard conditions in the Sierra Nevadas to heavy snow, ice, and strong winds across much of the Northeast.
And we're expecting up to a foot of snow in parts of our state.
As many as 36 states dealing with dangerous road conditions.
Power line just fell right in front of me.
Thousands without power across the region. At least 2 tornadoes ripped across Illinois. And in Ohio, a possible twister wrecking homes and snapping trees.
Right now, it's a total mess.
And there's growing concern more severe weather could be on the way. Communities already dealing with difficult conditions now bracing for round 2.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting ready. You know, went to stop at Home Depot, get some salt, stuff that I needed.
Forecasters warning an even larger system could sweep across the plains and Midwest, pushing into the Northeast toward the end of the week. Jay Gray, NBC News.
A new study is sounding the alarm on an artificial sweetener used in a lot of keto-friendly foods.
Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Oh, this looks like fun.
Yeah, so we're talking about forecasting. We have an analogy with Plinko. It's actually a great analogy, talking about long-range forecasting and predicting snow. There are tons and tons of snowfall projections made for Friday on social media, and just want to take a moment to explain why you really can't trust it this far in advance. And a great analogy is, imagine the game Plinko. You drop the chip, and it works its way down into one of those slots. It's very similar to weather forecasting. This idea is called chaos. That means small changes now lead to larger changes in the future. When you go out, say, 10 days in time, there's a variety of different possibilities that happens. As we get closer to a certain event, there's less possibilities, there's less spread, there's less slots where that chip can fall. And this is the idea behind chaos in the world of weather. And as we get closer to an event, it's easier to see where and how much snow could fall versus 10 days in that big blue shield versus 3 days the green shield. You'll get less possibilities going forward, and it becomes a lot more reliable. And unfortunately, some of these social media sites just tend to focus in on the maximum instead of what the spread actually looks like. So again, a heads up for Friday. We are tracking snow, likely mixing in with some sleet and freezing rain too. This will work its way into Saturday morning too. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Looking at a few lingering snow showers this evening. The weather will dry out tonight. And we do get a break in the weather for the next couple of days before we track Friday's system. Look at the forecast is coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Lost your credit or debit card recently? A replacement.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Improving conditions as we head into tonight. Temperatures are above freezing this evening. Roads are in better shape now than they were earlier today as the snow comes to an end. Let's take a live look outside. This is our Cat V Tower Cam. Overcast skies, but we have pretty good visibility here on Smith Hill, and you can see that fresh fallen snow on the ground. Most areas picked up somewhere between about 4 to 6 inches of accumulation. We did get some higher reports. We'll take a look at some of our spotters in just a second. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar showing most of this activity now pushed into the east. Still some lingering flurries that the radar is not doing the best job of showing this evening, especially east of Utica. But again, most of the accumulation is done. Our spotters checking in are Skywatchers, West Leiden, 7 inches of snow. Forestport, 6.8 inches. Deerfield checking in with 6 inches of snow. Curtis Corner, 7.5 inches. Stratford getting 9 inches. We had some reports in Fulton County of between 10 to 11 inches in Oppenheim. Mike in New Hartford checking in with 3 inches. Clinton, 4.3. Across Southern Valleys, the hilltop locations picking up almost a half a foot of snow. Worcester, 6 inches of snow, 5 inches in Harry's backyard. That's over in Otsego. That's southern Otsego County. Edmonston, 4 inches. Cassville, 5 inches. And Whitesboro, Kirsten checking in with 4 inches of accumulation. We always appreciate snowfall reports. And if you would like to submit one, you can always email us, weather@wktv.com. Radar and satellite image showing this system moving out, dry air moving in. The weather will be improving, at least for the short term. We'll get a chance to dry out. Tonight, temperatures fall below freezing, cloudy skies. We're down into the low 20s. We'll start out tomorrow morning with mostly cloudy skies. The next weather system arrives later in the day. This is a very weak disturbance. There's going to be a push of some milder air ahead of it. So temperatures look to climb near or above freezing before some rain and snow showers arrive later in the day. We may see a few breaks in the overcast during the late morning to early afternoon. We are tracking a round of some rain and snow showers, more snow showers than rain showers, just enough to coat the ground, and not expecting much of an accumulation here. By 5 p.m., temperatures will be in the low 30s. Rain showers tomorrow night as a weak cold front moves through, and some lingering lake effect snow showers will be expected on Thursday. Again, the next couple of days, the weather looks relatively quiet. And then we look ahead to Friday. We're tracking low pressure moving in from the west. These are notorious for creating what we call western runners, mixed precipitation, ice. We've seen a lot of these this winter. However, there are some indications that there will be secondary development along the coast, so that could favor more of a snow event. Right now, leaning more towards a mixed bag of precipitation. If you're traveling Friday evening, traveling Friday night, or early Saturday morning, you're going to want to pay close attention to this. Again, something we'll continue to follow here over the next couple of days. Drying out tonight, down to 21. Tomorrow, some light rain and snow showers later in the day, high of 38. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A few showers early Thursday, high of 40. And then we're watching Friday. We've made it a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. Again, widespread snow changing over to sleet, maybe freezing rain. Heading into Friday night, this turns back over to snow showers, some light snow here as we head into Saturday. Flurries on Sunday. Temperatures remain right around average for this time of the year as we head into early March, in the upper 30s heading into Monday and Tuesday. We'll be right back.
Continue throughout the day lightly, and depending on your location, the amount of snowfall varied.
Yeah, several delays, cancellations, all at the bottom of your screen all day long. There's still some going into this evening, too. Take a look at this. You're going to understand why. Slushy, greasy roads made for a difficult morning commute. Plows were out all night doing their best to keep up with the snowfall. And, of course, you had some cleanup work to take care of, too. We had said that this was going to be a long-duration event, and it was. So to get you caught up on what we're going to see the rest of the night and into the rest of the evening, Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis from the Weather Center.
Yeah, the snow is mainly done. Conditions are a lot easier. It's a lot easier to drive now that temperatures are above freezing. Let's take a look at snowfall totals from this event, which began last night. Stratford getting 9 inches of snow, Hawkinsville 9 inches, Rome 6 inches, Deerfield 6 inches, Howland Patton just checked in with 7 inches of accumulation. Waterville 5 inches, Utica 4.2 inches. And again, some lingering snow showers are now moving to the east. We will get a chance to dry out heading into tonight, and we'll get a much needed break in the weather as we head into the middle of the week. Current temperature is 34 degrees. And again, the fact that we're above freezing in the lower elevations means most of the roads are wet. Do watch out for a couple of slippery spots still, especially higher elevations this evening. We'll dry out tonight. And we're going to break in the weather tomorrow as well as Thursday. And we're watching Friday. Possibility of snow, even a wintry mix as the next weather maker approaches. Some flurries in the air this evening. Temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. Again, tracking some milder weather. Nice break in the weather for tomorrow and Thursday. Look at the forecast is coming up. Kristen, back to you.
New information on a tractor-trailer crash that closed Route A in the town of Paris for more than 9 hours. This happened after 9 p.m. The Oneida County Sheriff's Office says the driver of the truck, VJ, was ticketed for speeding. Slippery roads when this happened. The tractor-trailer hit a tree, a stop sign, and a utility pole. The driver was not hurt.
A Clinton woman wanted on crack cocaine charges in Rome.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Improving weather tonight as our weather dries out. A couple of flurries still lingering in the air for parts of central New York, but for the most part, this system is now done. Let's take a live look outside. This is our Cavity Tower Cam. We're looking over the city of Utica. Visibility is decent from our vantage point here on Smith Hill. We measured 4.2 inches of snowfall in the city of Utica today. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Those snow showers again coming to an end. Again, a couple of flurries still falling east of Utica, but not for very long. Things do get a chance to dry out. Our sky watchers checking in with some snowfall totals. 7 inches of snow in West Leiden, 6.8 inches in Forestport, Deerfield 6 inches, Remsen 7 inches, Stratford 9 inches, Curtis Corner 7.5 inches, Middleville 4 inches, Mike and Hartford checking in with 3 inches. Across the southern valleys, Edmondson 4 inches, Cooperstown 4 inches, 5 inches in Harry's backyard in Otsego. And Worcester, Carroll checking in with 6 inches of snow. So many of us getting a decent amount of snow, but hitting the low end of the snowfall forecast from last night. Radar and satellite image, one system moving out, dry air moving in, and we'll get a chance to dry out heading into tonight. The next system will be moving in tomorrow. It's very light, just a few light rain and snow showers arrive late tomorrow and into tomorrow night, all part of a weak cold front. Tonight, cloudy skies, overnight lows fall below freezing. We'll drop down into the 20s. We'll start out tomorrow morning with cloudy skies. May see a few breaks of sunshine here in the late morning to early afternoon, but the clouds are going to dominate. Temperatures climb above freezing. A round of some snow showers and rain showers moves in during the late afternoon to early evening. I'm not expecting much accumulation, just enough to coat the ground. Temperatures will be right around freezing when this falls. Some rain showers tomorrow night. Again, this is all part of a weak cold front. Thursday morning, another cloudy start. Clouds will linger for most of Thursday with a few lingering snow showers and little accumulation. Temperatures climb into the low to mid 30s. Friday, this is getting a lot of attention from many folks tracking our next weather maker. Right now, there are a lot of different possibilities with this. A lot of them lean towards a wintry mix. Starting out as snow, this would be in the time frame of Friday evening, Friday night, and into early Saturday. And it's a complex situation. It's a storm moving in from the west, redeveloping along the coast. And the bottom line is we need some more time to give you some idea as to where this is going. Right now, it is leaning towards a wintry mix. Drying out tonight down to 21. Tomorrow, looking at some showers late in the day, a high of 38. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Some showers early Thursday, we're up to 40. So again, for the next couple of days, the weather's pretty quiet. We've got an alert day for Friday. Again, this is likely not going to miss us. It's just a matter of what it brings. Again, it looks to start out as snow, turning over to sleet, freezing rain Friday evening and into Friday night. Snow showers as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures remain above freezing with some sunshine Monday and Tuesday. Back over to you.
Here's a good way to look at it, though.
Okay, yeah.
So let's get it out of the way now, because the next week is the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Oh, gotta have good.
Right.
Anything's got to be bringing Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Talking about snowfall totals. And we hit our mark in a lot of areas today.
Yeah, we did get a decent snowfall. Didn't come all at once, so this was something that accumulated over the course of time. A lot of places 4 to 9 inches. We did get a report in Oppenheim of more than 10 inches of snow, so a decent snowfall for the higher elevations. As you take a live look outside this evening, the weather is looking pretty quiet. The snow has generally come to an end. A couple of lingering flurries are in the air. As we take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, for the most part, things are going to be quiet as we head into tonight as this snow completely winds down. And we're still above freezing at Griffiths and Rome, so roads are going to be in good shape tonight. We do fall below freezing. We're expecting clouds to break up overnight, and temperatures will drop down into the low 20s under mostly cloudy skies. Another round of snow for tomorrow afternoon, brief round of snow. Before we're tracking the next widespread snow and ice potential for Friday and Friday night. Look at your forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. The Supreme Court is considering.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look outside. This is our Cavi Tower Cam. We can see the city of Utica tonight. Couldn't see it last night with the snow moving in during this time, but we are, of course, seeing that break in the snow tonight. We will get a break in the snow as we head into early tomorrow, but we do have a quick round of snow heading into the area tomorrow afternoon. Again, looking dry across the region this evening. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. To the west we go. We're seeing a nice punch of dry weather starting to work in, so we will get a chance to dry out tonight. I am keeping an eye on this weather system. It doesn't look very impressive now, but this is a very weak disturbance that moves in from the west tonight and tomorrow. And I think it's going to give us just a quick round of snow. Not a big deal, but it'll be right in the middle of the day during the late afternoon to early evening. And I think a lot of folks will be out on the roads during that time. Again, we're thinking about 3 to 5 p.m. Let's time it out. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast. Cloudy skies tonight. We stay below freezing as we head towards tomorrow morning. Starting things out at 7 a.m. Cloudy skies. We may see a few breaks of sunshine during the late morning to early afternoon. Still dry at lunchtime, but watch what happens here. This is a weak cold front, and this moves through the area, stopping things at 4 p.m. Notice how dark the blue is on Skycast. And so again, just a quick round of snow. Not expecting a lot of accumulation with this, but it does roll through the area. Turning over to rain showers tomorrow night. And then as the cold front moves through, heading into Thursday, we dry out. It's cloudy, and we'll see a few lingering snow showers and flurries throughout Thursday afternoon with little accumulation. A quick inch or two of snow is possible north of the Mohawk Valley tomorrow. Again, this happens in a short period of time, so it could be just enough to make the roadways slippery for a short period of time tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. And then things start to dry out. Wanted to talk about Friday. We're watching another storm system, and it's a similar setup to what we saw yesterday in terms of 2 areas of low pressure, one to the west, one developing along the coast. And we have a lot of mixed signals here to work with. We look at different computer models trying to gauge where this thing may end up tracking. And again, we're tracking 2 areas of low pressure. We need more time here. There's a lot of different things that can happen. And right now, nothing's very helpful to pass along, spelling out all the possibilities. The range is just too great at the moment. But one thing is for sure, this will likely arrive Friday night, and this will likely impact travel starting out as snow, possibly changing over to a wintry mix. We'll keep you posted. Drying out tonight, 21 for the overnight low. Some showers here late tomorrow. Again, that quick round of snow, high of 38. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We did upgrade Friday to the alert day. Even though there are a lot of different possibilities here, they all show something happening Friday evening. Snow, again, possibly changing over to a wintry mix. So that will likely impact travel. Some light snow on Saturday, flurries Sunday. Temperatures remain in the upper 30s. So not all that cold, but still pretty active here as we head into the next 7 days. And from one alert day to another.
Well, you get a little bit of a break
You're
here.
speechless.
I am speechless. I think you're going to get a little bit of a break, and then we got to be ready for the next thing.
Right, yeah.
All right, sounds good, Bill. Thanks. Coming up next, the effort to save and Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis with a first look at your forecast tonight. We want to talk about snowfall totals because you know, I'm going to toot your horn. You said it was a long event. It wasn't going to be all in the morning. And here we go. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, hit the low side of these numbers. We didn't have any big numbers here, and I think that's the whole thing. This took a long time to accumulate. A lot of folks waking up this morning wondering, where did it all come? Where did it all go? Well, we eventually did get the snowfall here, especially in parts of Otsego and Fulton counties. In fact, Stratford getting 9 inches of snow here, and we do have the snow coming to an end tonight. Let's take a live look at the Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, some flurries in the air, and that's about it. Things are going to dry out tonight. Again, looking at the radar this evening, things are looking quiet. Temperature-wise, we have managed to stay pretty mild so far tonight. We're at 33 degrees, still above freezing in the lower elevations, a west-northwest wind at 10 miles an hour. With skies clearing out, temperatures will start to tumble, and we're expecting overnight lows to drop down into the low 20s under mostly cloudy skies. We do have a burst of snow taking place tomorrow afternoon. Could pick up a quick inch of accumulation, and it could affect your afternoon and evening drive. We get through that, and then we'll talk about another widespread snowfall expected late Friday, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. The Supreme Court is considering...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look outside. This is our CABV Tower Cam, and it's overlooking the city of Utica. It looks a lot different tonight than it did last night when we had all that snow rolling in. We've gotten a chance to dry out this evening. Things are looking dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. I'm looking to the west tonight, and I'm watching the next disturbance rolling in. It's not super impressive on the radar, but it is moving in. This will be our weather tomorrow. A quick moving area of low pressure. It's going to give us a round of snow tomorrow afternoon. We could pick up an inch of accumulation north of the Mohawk Valley, and this will be arriving during the late afternoon to early evening. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, it's dry tonight, it's cloudy, it's going to stay that way for the morning commute. As you're heading out the door tomorrow, pretty chilly out there, temperatures in the low 20s, a light breeze, cloudy skies. Might see a few breaks of sunshine during the late morning to early afternoon. Temperatures climb to near freezing at noontime. Watch what happens in the afternoon, this quick round of snow. Moving in, this is 4 p.m. So on your drive home from work, you could be running into this. Not expecting a lot of accumulation here, but again, it's the timing and the fact that a lot of this happens pretty quickly that could be just enough to make things slippery, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. In the evening time, temperatures warm up, so we'll have improving road conditions, and even some rain showers will be arriving tomorrow night as a cold front slides through the area. Thursday, it's dry. It's cloudy to start out the day. We'll see a couple of flurries in the afternoon, but not really expecting much weather here for Thursday. Temperatures climb into the mid-30s. A light snow accumulation tomorrow, traced to an inch for most areas, but again, north of the Mohawk Valley, could see an inch or two of accumulation. Again, coming down in just a short period of time over the course of about an hour or so during the late morning to early, or the late afternoon to early evening. We're watching Friday too. This system getting a lot of attention. Right now, it looks like a similar setup to what we just had last night in terms of two areas of low pressure, an inland storm, a coastal storm working in tandem. Right now, there are several varieties of several possibilities on the table. It could be starting out as snow, turning it over to a wintry mix, or it could be mostly snow. A lot of uncertainty here, but one thing that we are very confident in is that travel will be impacted by this Friday evening and Friday night, and you're going to want to plan on a tricky travel on early Saturday too. Drying out tonight down to 21. Tomorrow, again, a burst of snow in the afternoon, a high of 38. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. A few showers early Thursday, a high of 40. Again, that alert day Friday, even though there's a lot of uncertainty as to exactly what happens with snow or a wintry mix, we do feel confident enough to heighten that day, making it an alert day. Some snow showers here on Saturday, flurries Sunday, temperatures in the upper 30s on Monday. We will continue to keep you posted.
As we say, fine-tune the forecast.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Bill. Coming up next, the effort to save an all